What up out there, YouTube? Travel Wolves in the building. So today's video, I'm going to talk about how to meet a woman as a fat man in 2024. How to meet a woman. Okay? It's very important that we discuss this. I've done all the fluffy stuff. I got some better content coming for you guys. Be patient. Really, really big. It's actually, I shouldn't tell you, but we're going to be making a movie. A real movie. Yes, sir. And so anyway, let me get into the good stuff. But I got some really good content coming for you guys. But if I go too long without posting, the algae cuts you off, okay? So anyway, as you know, I'm going to start off by saying this, right? Because it's a rhetoric type of argument to villainize someone who has an opinion that's actually valid, right? So what do they say? What they say, women like, I don't even know how to articulate it because it's beyond subjective. It's so beyond being subjective. Women care about looks, handsome game, body game. That's a lie. It's a fucking lie. Okay? So if you're a fat man and you believe these lies and you see you see a woman that you want to go talk to and you're kind of like worrying about approach anxiety or you're kind of worrying about being rejected or whatever it is, right? You're kind of worrying about it not working. These techniques that I'm going to share with you at no cost to you because somebody said some bullshit, and I'll talk about that at the end of this about my channel. But anyway, I'm going to share with you at no cost to you. Why? Because I give a fuck about seeing you happy. Okay? I give a fuck about seeing you happy. It makes me happy to see you successful. And I love to root for the bad guy. So let's be bad guys, right? Okay. So the first thing you want to do if you're a fat man and you're trying to meet a woman, don't worry about the outcome. I tell you what, you're not going to meet anybody if you don't walk up to them. Just not. You're not going to meet anybody, right? Now, sometimes you got to learn how to read body language, eye contact, the way they're standing. You know, a woman has what I call the turn, right? A woman has what I call a turn. I'm not going to mimic it because I'm a man, but imagine this is their body, right? This is the back of their body. This is the front of their body. This is the side of their body. That's the legend, okay? Now, when you walk up to a woman and you talk to her, most guys walk up from behind. Big no. That space is only reserved for those she has a familiarity with and she's on their dick. It's not reserved for you. If you do that, it automatically is going to make her feel turned off. It's going to make her feel like you pulling all of her cards and you don't know her, you know? You want to walk past her, turn around, and face her. Why? Because when a woman is facing you and you're facing her, and I don't mean that quarter shit, I mean her whole body is facing your whole body. If she stands there while you look at her and you don't say anything, you just look at her and smile, even if she doesn't think you are handsome enough for her, she's going to smile back. And if she smiles back, now it's up to you to do something. I don't know what, but do something, okay? The reason why you want to face a woman body to body is because it mimics a sexual position, but you just stand it up, right? So it plays with her mind. Even if she doesn't think she thinks you're fat, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You know, you got to face the woman, never from behind, always the face. Now, if she turns to the side or she turns her back to you, then you know she's not interested. It's the only way you're going to know, because you'll be surprised. This shit really works. It works for me. I walk right past the woman, turn around and face them, and just stand there. And she smiles back, we got an open door, okay? Now, you could use something. For example, for me, usually I point to the drink she has because it's so loud. That's why you never want to meet nobody in a club, because it's so fucking loud. But I point to the drink she has on her table, and I point, and she knows what that means. Yeah, I like another one. And then you get one. And now you got a conversation. Now you toast, and you got a conversation. Always stay facing her. Always stay facing her, okay? It's going to start to get her, she's going to start to feel something. She won't be able to explain it, but she's going to start to feel something. Now, it's the first thing you got to do is go talk to a girl. Simple, right? Now, second thing you got to do is don't stay around too long. Sometimes I get a number, sometimes I don't. Because if I see her again, it's another reason to talk to her. If you get the number and she really wasn't ready to give it to you, that's it. So you got to evaluate how she's communicating with you by the body language. And she's not going to stay facing you if she's not interested in you, right? So what I would say to do is just try to, talk to her if you can. I don't know, the club be so loud. I really just have a drink, and then I say, my name's so-and-so, what's your name? Oh, nice to meet you. Okay. And then I go away. I walk away, Shit, I might even leave the whole club, But whatever I do, I go fuck off and do something else. You don't want to stay around too long. I learned the hard way that getting numbers does not mean anything because they don't answer. They have no intention of answering. Those girls give you their number, they have no intention of answering. But I know that if I see her again, it gives me another door to open up. Now I'm on the radar. You know what I'm saying? Now she's thinking. See, I know you're thinking to yourself, well, what does that do for me? Well, that's because you haven't developed your foundation. You got to have alternatives. You're meeting someone new, but in the meantime, you got to have those alternatives, right? So you should have developed that. That I can't do for free. That I can't discuss with you for free. There's plenty of research about that, but I don't want to take away from those guys who put in a lot of hard work about it. But this I can do, okay? So now you want to talk to a girl. You want to not stay around too long. One drink and go, okay? Don't get the number. Don't ever get the number the first time. And that's also because it's so cliche that a lot of guys do that. So she's been doing that all night. So she may have that as like her red flag. Oh, that's an asshole. Another asshole. Another asshole. All they do is ask you for my number. All they do is ask for my number. Now, if you must take her with you, and you feel like, her body language is showing you some signs and she might start dancing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Her nipples might become a little bit tweep, a little pecky, you know what I'm saying? She might put her hands like this behind her neck, both her hands like this behind her neck, because she's opening up her body to you. Then you want to grab her by her hand and say, well, this only works in Thailand because they like to hold hands. You want to hold her hand and you want to tell her, why don't we go to this bar? I know a nicer bar. Why don't we go to this bar? That's what you can do, is offer her an invitation. Women love to be invited to shit. And she's probably going to say, can my girlfriends come? And you say, sure, they can come, and go to the next bar. That's all you got to do. Women love to be invited to shit. You got to invite them to shit. That would be number 3. which is when you see her the second time, but we're going to slow down. We haven't got there yet. So those are the first two things to do. That's what I do. This is what I do. I'm telling you what I do. I got receipts. I'm going to show you my receipts later. But right now, I'm just dropping this video out here for you guys before I go out for the day. Now, the next thing you want to do, I should have led with this, but okay, cheap plug. You want to get your wardrobe game together. Get your wardrobe game together, fat men. I did, okay? And it worked wonders for me. When I went to Bali, oh my God, it worked wonders for me. Timing was perfect. Ever since I got to Thailand last year, I've done nothing but tailored clothes. Nothing but tailored clothes. So get your wardrobe game up. Now, I can help you with that directly. As you know, I have a line of made-to-measure polo shirts, the Winner's Circle. So the link will be in the description box below. You can check it out. Today, I'm off, so I'm not online. But tomorrow, I'll be online. But you can always just start the process of getting your measurements together and sending them to me. You can start. You can leave me information on the chat, and I have to get to it later. But right now, I'm taking a day off. I take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So, but I will start monitoring the chat more, and I'm in the process of hiring someone to monitor the chat more for me. So, I have made to measure polo shirts for you guys. Okay, so I can help you with your wardrobe, and I can really help you with your wardrobe. And there's fees attached to that. So holla at me and check out the Winner's Circle. Let me know what you think. We can do any variations of the polo shirts you like. Buttons, fabric, all kinds of variations. Sleeveless, no sleeves. Shoot, I might do a bicep one. That would be pretty cool, right? We can do all kinds of variations. Now moving forward. So that's the first thing. Ooh, that would be really cool. I'm going to have to start experimenting. Anyway, get your wardrobe game up. Because one thing about being an African-American man or a black man who's fat is that people don't think you have any money. People don't think you have any wealth. People know I have money because of my clothes. You got to pay for this. It's expensive. It's not cheap. You can't buy this stuff in the store. My fabric's expensive. I have this silk shirt. I'll wear it next time. I wear this silk shirt. People go crazy over it, man. They go crazy over it, you know. It's really hot, but they go crazy over it. They be trying to see if it's real. I'll be like, get off my shirt. Of course it's real. Real silk. You know, so I'm telling you, man, the silk is a killer. I'm about to start wearing it more. So get your wardrobe game up, guys. You can't go wrong. I promise you. You won't regret it. Come holler at me. I got you. Now, I'm going to say one more thing because this video is already getting kind of long. I don't want to make them too long, you know. So wardrobe. Now, the next thing is to remember this most important thing. Most important thing. You can only control yourself. You can only control yourself. So remember that. That's the secret to my power. That's the foundation of all my success. You can only control yourself. You can't control what she's not going to do. You can't control what she's not going to do. You can't control what she's going to do. You can only control yourself. What I mean by that is be generous. Be spontaneous. Be bold. You know what I'm saying? Believe in you. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true, right? You can only control yourself. And so I want you guys to really go out here and meet women in 2024. Now, I don't want to ruin the video with rhetoric, so I'm not going to say what I really want to say. Because like I said, in every rhetoric, there's got to be a good guy and a bad guy, right? And they're kind of making men the bad guy. But we are bad, but we're not bad like villain bad. You know what I'm saying? We're good bad, you know? So, and they want to be good. They want to say things like men hate women. And I mean, you know, all that crap. I don't hate women. I love women. I love women. I like women. I love everything about women. I can't get enough of women. I can't. I just can't. I love their company. I love to talk to them. I love a pretty face. I love a sassiness. I love all types of women. I really do. And I'll be thinking I should broaden my horizons and give other women a chance that I normally wouldn't give a chance because maybe I might just get what I'm looking for. And then does it matter? I'm happy, So just remember that for this to work, you have to love women. You have to like women. And you have to understand that, like with anything in life, the first time she's going to be a little bit, you're going to get pushback. You're not, I wouldn't say rejected, because you have to be involved with someone and they have to walk away. Well, you're not involved with anyone. You're just trying to meet someone. So they're going to give pushback. I wouldn't call it rejection, for lack of a better word, unless she tells you, get the fuck out of here, or she goes like this, no, or she tells you to get away from her, then that's rejection, right? But if it's subtle, you got to expect it. And you got to be prepared to say something cool or, something simple, but something polite. Be polite. Always be polite. You can't go wrong being polite. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong being polite, okay? And that's probably the most important thing. So if, she's like, not tonight, or she's not feeling you, or whatever it is, because you don't ever know what's going on in a person's world. You can't. So you just be polite and say, you know what? You're very beautiful. And hey, if you change your mind, you know what? I'm not hard to miss. Say something funny, Be cool, be chill. And most importantly, put it back on her. As long as you stay polite. And that comes from liking women. That comes from loving women. Too many guys, they get all bent out of shape and they're in their ego and they're like, oh man, fuck you. No, don't do that. It's nothing, I promise you. It's nothing personal. Okay? Oh, most important thing too. It's the last thing I'm gonna say because it's getting kind of late on this video. Don't go to both clubs in one night. I'm not going to name the clubs. If you're in Pattaya, Thailand, and you're African-American and you're a black man, you know the clubs we go to. I'm not going to name the clubs, though, because I don't want to seem like I'm disparaging them, because I love them both. I support them both. But I learned that for me as a fat man, going to both of them in the same night by myself, it didn't help me. It just didn't help me. It didn't help women's impression of me, okay? And yes, people are talking about, well, why do you care about women's impression? It doesn't. Why? What? Because it matters. It matters, okay? So don't go to both clubs in one night. Go to one or the other. Alternate, flip a coin, rock, paper, scissors it, I don't care. But do not go to both clubs on the same night, especially if you're by yourself, okay? If it's on a slow night. If it's on a weekend where it's a lot of people and you can blend in, that's okay. But don't be that sore thumb guy who's like looking thirsty because you went to one club and now you're at the other club, right? You can do so much more in 30 minutes that you can't do in 8 hours. And trust me when I tell you, it's more beneficial to you to seem mysterious, to seem like you got somewhere else to be, to seem like somebody called you and you got something better to do right now than to be in the club and then in the other club doing that all night, okay? And I realized I did that to myself and it didn't help me. I realized that. So I'm telling you from experience, I would tell you the truth. I would never lie like some of these other guys and flodge and stunt and all that other stuff. I would tell you the truth, okay? I've done that. That's why I know you shouldn't do it. Now, and also you don't want to stay in the club too long. 45 minutes tops. Really? 15, 20. But 45 minutes tops. If you see something catching your eye and something's working. But after 45 minutes, leave for the night. Go home. It's just not your night. Like I said, hard 30 rule. You can do so much in 30 minutes. You'd be surprised. So when you walk in, this is what it should look like, okay? You walk in, you see who you're interested in, you walk past her, you turn around, you face her, you look in her eyes, or you look at her lips, really, you look at her lips, and you just smile. You wait for her to respond. When she responds, you point to her drink like this. She'll say, sure. Get the waitress. You say, I'll have what I'm having. And now if you really want to do it, if you think you can handle it, you order the drink she's ordering. You say, give me 2 of those, and you get yourself one. If you really want to do it. Because why? People like compliments. And this is the best subtle compliment, is you're drinking what she drinks. You're showing her that you'll like her. The more nonverbal things you do with the woman, the more she feels and imagines, and the fantasy can start growing. So if she's drinking wine, red wine, you say, let me get 2 red wines. You get you one too. Blow her fucking mind. Oh my God, he likes what I like? How does he know? Right? So that's some real life game for you. If you think you can handle it. Some people don't want to drink red wine or whatever they drink in San Miguel's or whatever they're drinking. But if you think she can handle it, Now, and then you look for more body language. You toast, you sip. You don't talk. It's too loud in the club to be spitting in somebody's ear. You look and you say to yourself, okay, maybe I hold her hand. Just hold her hand. And then say to her, hey, I know a better club we can go to and have some more fun. You want to go? Let's go. And then that's what you should be spending your time doing. Your time with her should not be making small talk. Should not be patting the pussy, as I call it. Your time with her should be, let's go somewhere better. I know somewhere better. Let's go across the street and do vodka shots in the freezer. Let's go. And if she wants to bring her friends, say, sure, come on. Okay? That's it. If she declines, cool. But whatever you do, don't get her number. Do not get her number, because when you see her again, and you will most likely see her again, you won't have anything to talk to her about. And just because you get her number, it doesn't mean that she's going to respond to you or talk to you, right? They do that a lot here. So trust me when I tell you. Now, then if she comes, she comes. If she doesn't, guess what? You leave and you go across the street and you do vodka shots in the freezer. Because I'm going to tell you this last tip. You know why? Because what she really might do, because you left abruptly without even finishing your drink, and you created that mystery, and you brought her a drink, and you ain't do no whole ass shit like ask her for her number, like she owes you her number because of a drink, and you ain't come up from behind her, because coming up from behind her is for those guys who are really on her dick and talking to her that way, right? They don't like that. That's a huge disrespect thing for any woman, right? So, because that's the most, I ain't gonna get into all that. But anyway, so she would most likely ditch her friends and walk across the street to see if that was your true intentions. She's gonna come and see if you're in the bar. You gotta trust the process. You gotta trust yourself. She's gonna walk across the street and see if you're in that bar or you wherever you said you're gonna go. And you gotta. She shows up, you gotta. That's what you want without having to do a whole lot, okay? So take my advice. It works. It works. You just gotta believe in the process, okay? Because that's what this has become. This has become a very complicated process. And I think a lot. People will tell you, I think a lot. And I think a lot about this. How can I beat handsome game? I'm not the most handsome guy out there. How can I beat body game? You know what I'm saying? I'm fat. You gotta use these strategies. You gotta reach to a woman in her gut on these strategies. Because guess what? Yeah, body game is a shallow thing women have, but it's subjective as fuck. Nobody can tell you what the ideal body is. And then what? So she likes a body guy, but then what? He might be shallow, he might be corny. Most of these guys are lame. That's why they look like that. Most of them are lame. They can't do nothing with a woman past that. So they got going for them. Past that, they can't do nothing. Same thing with handsome. Handsome only works so far. And then they may be cheap. They may not be generous. They may want to talk all night. And, basically they talk themselves out of the girl because they say the wrong thing. So these things that are subjective, don't they don't get them. They don't get these guys that far. Yeah, they open the door, but they don't get them that far. What gets you far is understanding the things not to do. And these things that you should do, okay? Now, I'm not going to go into the things not to do because it's going to take longer than I want. I'm already over what I want to spend on this with you guys. But these are the things to do if you're a fat man and you're looking to meet a woman in 2024. And honestly, this works anywhere in the world. To be honest with you, it works anywhere in the world. I've tried it in different countries, and it works in America too. It works in America too, but this is the part I got to tell you that's most important. Do not ever, this is an example of what not to do. I'm going to do another video about that. Do not ever go out on the weekends. Do not go out on Thursday. Do not go out on Friday. Do not go out on Saturday. Way too much competition. Way too much competition. Now, depending on the city you live in, you can go out Sunday, but definitely only go out on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. Make Wednesday a half a night. Only go out on those nights. Do not go out on the weekends. Okay? Way too much competition. You won't stand a chance. Way too much competition. And be honest with you, the best woman that you're going to find is going to be out on an off night because she doesn't like all that commotion, all that drama. Okay? You're going to find the best looking women out on the off nights. And you won't even know because you know what? You don't know because you never go out on the off nights. But trust me when I tell you, I only go out on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday. And every time I've done that, I've always hit a home run. I always win. I never win on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's too much competition. I'm too fat. And they ain't that secure in themselves. They have a lot of insecurities. Understand, what makes women deject, not reject, because to be rejected, you got to be involved with them. Not involved with nobody yet. What makes women deject fat men, well, mainly fat African American and black men, is a lot of things, but the main thing is their insecurity. They have insecurities. Okay? And so very few women are secure. For some reason, chubby or fat women are very secure when it comes to talking to you, but they're really not. They just think that you know you can't do any better, that you lack confidence, and that, you know, you're going to choose them because, well, guess what? They don't have a standard because guess what? They can't get a better looking guy. But I know I'm the best looking guy any woman can get. So, you know, but that's what I'm telling you, that it's not about them being chubby and fat too. They got the same insecurities. They just think that you're not doing well, so you'll choose them because you may think that, you know, well, she can't be that competitive, she can't be that picky. Au contraire, mi amor. One thing about women is they're all the same when it comes to subjective behaviors. But there's a difference in that some of them can justify it, right? A lot of them can't. Some of them can justify it. Some of them can justify having a picky demeanor. I'm picky. I get it. I don't take it personal. But I know that she's missing out on a hell of a good time. All right, guys. That's all I got to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know. But this is how you meet a woman. Well, this is how you meet a woman as a fat man in 2024. Talk to you later. Peace.